Well, joining us now to talk about getting your kids involved in the kitchen this holiday season is Hy-Vee dietitian Stephanie Vandenbrink. Thank you so much for joining us, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, so I feel like my sweet tooth is going crazy right now, which is a good thing.
It is.
So,
I love this time of year. I feel like there's
it's
so much joy and
so happy.
Yeah, it
How
is.
could you not be happy? Yeah.
The whole month of December is just filled with like good things to eat.
I know. So I feel like, whenever you're in the kitchen cooking for the holidays, it's pretty, parent driven. So how can we get the kids involved a little bit?
It is. It's great to include the kids. I feel
Yeah.
like all different ages, like really young can at least measure. As they get older, they can chop. You're doing math, if you're using fractions, if you're doubling a recipe. So just from like an educational standpoint, it's great to include kids in the kitchen. And then of course, from a nutrition standpoint, we know kids are so much more likely to want to try something they've worked really hard to prepare.
Yes.
So may as well include them. And these two recipes are really nice. We're using General Mills cereal and then Sweet Loren's cookies. Both happen to be gluten-free and dairy-free. So if you're having to serve someone this holiday season with a restricted diet, super handy there. So the Chex Mix recipe is on Hy-Vee.com, and we're incorporating the rice Chex, the corn Chex, and Cheerios, which are all naturally gluten-free.
Yeah.
You can add in or have your kids add in their favorite mix-ins like pretzels or nuts, and then you're roasting that at 250 for about an hour.
Perfect. Okay.
Stirring every so often. If you want to use it as a gift, you can kind of doctor it up with a little ribbon. So super fun, break that out on family movie night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like I'm as guilty as the next guy. When my mom was baking sweets in the kitchen, I was always kind of eyeballing the table.
I love it. Such a classic holiday recipe. And I feel like so many of our holiday recipes do include food and baking. And then the cookies are really fun to do together too. So Sweet Loren's is super allergen friendly. We are combining the fudgy brownie and the sugar. So you just cut it in half. And then if you let it come to room temperature, it's a little bit easier to mold the two halves together and then bake them that way. And then once they're all cooled, you melt some white chocolate chips with a little bit of coconut oil to make it smoother. And then you're just dipping the cookies in there and sprinkling on, you could do chopped peppermint candies or some sprinkles, let the kids have fun with those.
Wow, that is super convenient.
I know, it looks extravagant, but very, very easy.
Absolutely. I was going to say I'll have to try one of these once we're done.
Yes, please do. And then on December 11th, if parents are like, I should cook with my kids, but you just kind of forget about it, on December 11th at 4:30, Hy-Vee dietitians are leading. It's our free virtual monthly Kids in the Kitchen class. So they're making lasagna and roasted broccoli that night. So ready for dinner.
Delicious. Good time for the holidays. But
absolutely.
All right, well, Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yes, and stick with TV9. We will be right back.